Shalom. This is your brother Tazaya Amar of GMS Valdosta, Georgia, coming out with another weekly lesson, and I pray that it be edifying. But first, we want to give all praises and glorifications to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rikakadash. Double honors to our apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, for teaching us the true knowledge of these scriptures. I want to say Shalom and Ahab to all the brothers and sisters that's thriving in this same true doctrine. Shalom. Today's lesson is pretty much based upon a situation that was recently in the news, and a lot of people seem to be in an uproar about it. But I see it as a reminder just how you are looked at in this society. You know, how people have a disdain and that perpetual hate for you. And it's also a reminder of being on code eventually will come back and bite you in the ass. In other words, in layman terms, you know, at some point in time, you will get that nigga wake-up call. And with that being said, I'm going to show this little clip right here that seems to have everybody in an uproar. Well, not everybody, but some people. You know, I'm not in an uproar about it. It's to be expected. Did you see that? Let me run it back again.
Congratulations to you.
Did you see that? Did you see that devil refuse to shake her hand? And she pretty much is about on code as anybody can be. She was exalted to her position by locking up black and brown people, prosecuting them to the fullest of the law. So much to the point that, hey, she was putting innocent people in jail just to please her constituents, as you call them. You know, to get their approval. And with that being said, my first scripture is going to be Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 33. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones that way. You know, look at the things that she have done to be accepted by these devils. She married one of these devils. And whether she know it or not, he see her in a way pretty much like this other guy did. Nothing more than a bed wench. You know, he has whatever reason he had for marrying her, you know, it had to be an ulterior reason. Now, let that sink in. It had to be an ulterior reason he married her. The same disdain that this other man had for not shaking her hand. Hey, at some point in time, whenever his ulterior motive is played out, he gonna show her that he had that same disdain and perpetual hatred too. All because of her, the color of her skin. And as I said earlier, hey, she gonna eventually get that nigga wake up call. And with that, I'm gonna continue to read Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 34. Also in thy skirts is found the blood of the souls of the poor innocent. I have not found it by secret search, but upon all days. You know, when you go all out, you know, to do the devil bidding, you know, you're gonna overpower, overtake, shed blood of innocent people. You know, you're gonna have to put your foot on the neck of innocent people and keep it moving. Once you step into the devil's realms, that's what you're gonna have to do. And one situation gonna lead to another one. And at some point in time, eventually you're gonna get comfortable with doing the devil bidding. Once you make an alliance with him, hey, there's no turning back. Well, there's no turning back to, you know, well, maybe I can do this, and that'll be the end of it. So what if I locked up some innocent black man or some innocent Hispanic or Latino man? Hey, who cares? And eventually, hey, being evil, you know, become, hey, natural. You know, hey, you have no qualms about doing the things that whatever Satan tell you to do. Hey, you have no qualms about it. Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 35. Yet thou sayest, because I am innocent. At some point in time, hey, after you, as my teacher liked to say, after you done kicked the can down the road so much and so long, that, hey, it become a natural instinct. You know, you kicking the can down the road, you done wore out the toes of your shoes. Hey, just put on another pair of shoes and keep it kicking. You know, it become natural. Surely his anger should turn from me. And you know, you think you can continue to do the biddings of Satan, and that the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua gonna forgive you. That, you know, hey, you could be as wicked as you want to. All you got to do is ask for forgiveness and continue to do the same thing over and over again. How that work? Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 35 again. Yet thou sayest, because I am innocent, surely his anger should turn from me. Behold, I will plead with thee, because thou sayest, I have not sinned. Well, as I was saying earlier, hey, it become natural to you. You know, hey, evil become good, good become evil. You know, as the scriptures say, hey, you tremors your ways to the situation. You know, if it calls for bloodshed, hey, you got no problem with it. If it calls for oppression, you have no problem with it. If it calls for dehumanization, hey, what is that to you? At some point in time, evil graduates. It just don't stay on a level plane. It continues, wickedness become more wicked. and you become more accustomed to it. Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 36. Why gettest thou about so much to change thy way? You know, some people go all out their way to please the devil, to accommodate Satan. Some people go overboard with it. Thou also shall be ashamed of Egypt, as thou was ashamed of Assyria. You know, those two places we was in captivity, and we assimilated to the culture and we assimilated to the culture, which was wicked, and just totally, you know, just push ours aside to be, you know, just to get the approval of these devils. We were willing to forsake our power to please these devils. And the Most High was not pleased with that. And with that, I'm going to move to the book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 31, starting at verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. Read that again. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. And you know, that's what we do. That's what we did. Or that's what they wanted to do when they was in the wilderness. They wanted to return back to their captivity because of the dangers. Okay, totally disregarding the hardship. They had got complacent in being in hardship, so they were willing to go back into hardship for the dangers of Egypt. And we're pretty much in that situation today. We're willing to assimilate in this wicked society for the dangers of this world, not knowing that, hey, the Most High got a better and bigger situation for us. To be rulers and to reign, not to be oppressed and people continue to put their foot on our neck and be the bottom of society. The first fired, the last hired, and stuck in a situation that is filled with racism, degradation, dehumanization, murder, and all the other atrocities that you can come up with. We are subjected to that, and there are no consequences behind it. As the scriptures say, hey, they find themselves not guilty. And with that, I'm going to start Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1 again. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses. You know, horses represent power. You know, a lot of people think that this place is going to last forever. You know, that this is a powerful nation. But little do they know, this place is on the decline. And I'm talking about on a fast pace. It's not slowly declining. It's fastly declining. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. This place is going, it's circling the drain. Because they are very strong. You know, as I was saying, people think this place is strong, that America can't be touched. You know, they think their military is like no other, and that their leadership is stronger, which all that is a lie. The military is fastly declining, and there's no leadership in this place. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Most High Yahweh. You know, everybody got their own agenda that don't include the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Doesn't include him. You know, a lot of people think that they can just do it on their own. You know, they don't need no higher power. And some people, higher power is Esau. They trust in Esau more than they do the Most High. And they'll get upset with you if you ain't got the same sentiment, or you don't feel the same way, or if you show the same disdain for him that he got for you. You know, your own people have a problem with that. There's something wrong with you, but there's nothing wrong with Esau. He get a pass to be wicked as hell and to do whatever he want to you. But the minute you speak up or speak out about it, there's something wrong with you. You're supposed to be able to kiss ass, get your ass kicked, and love every minute of it. Make that make sense. The book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. You know, a lot of people think if they make a coalition or they assimilate to this wicked ass society, you know, they become some kind of status quo in this society, or reach some sort of pinnacle in society, that hey, they're good to go. You know, if they are nice and cozy, you know, they living nice, you know, they're on top shelf, they're eating the best of food, or just living their life to the fullest, so they think. They could care less about the situation of their sisters and brothers. They don't give a damn about you. As long as they getting them Danish from Esau, the hell with you and your situation. Just don't try to interfere with what they getting, or don't expose what they're doing to get them, especially if it's wicked. And 9 times out of 10, that's what it is. Some kind of wickedness you got to perform, to make it. And that's just the way this society is set up. It's built on witchcraft. Starting from Washington, D.C., and it trickle on down. Straight witchcraft. And with that being said, the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. Why would you get on top of a tall building and jump just because, a group of people decide that they're going to jump? Why would you jump off a bridge into a shallow pond just because someone else is doing it? Why would you go rob a bank, take hostages, and kill them on the way out just because somebody else doing it? Somebody else did it. And the list goes on. Things that people do, all because someone else did it. Just like them people in Louisiana, that got ran over by that truck. Hey, they was out there doing evil, They wasn't innocent. Matter of fact, they say one young lady, her mother had told her not to go out there, and she went anyway. Disobedient. Following a multitude to do evil. And that's what happened. That was a prime example. There was no good out there. And the Most High, hey, He appeased His wrath to a certain extent. And that we often bring out, hey, none of those people were innocent. Because if they were, they would have been at home. They would have been somewhere engrossed in this word, or doing something constructive with their life, something that was in the will of the Most High. No, they was out there following a multitude to do evil, drinking, drugging, committing adultery, and the list goes on. So, but in closing, I just want to say, hey, that little incident with Kamala Harris and that gentleman, if you want to call him that, was a prime example of what we often bring out in different lessons. Was that nigga wake up call. A prime example of being on code with the enemy. And guess what? The enemy bit you in the ass. And with that, I'm closing out. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rekakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, from GMS, Great Millstone, for teaching us the true knowledge of these scriptures. I want to say shalom and hard to all the brothers and sisters that's striving and thriving in the same true doctrine. Shalom.